Hello, everybody, and welcome to PrestaShop Project Live Update for November 2024. Let's start the presentation. My name is Krystian Podemski. I'm Tech Evangelist for the PrestaShop Project, and today I'm joined by three members of Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility team from PrestaShop SA, by Jerick, Toma, and Alexis, who will present to you something very interesting regarding how upgrades will work in PrestaShop ecosystem in a few months. But let's take a closer look at the agenda of today's live update. First, I will remind you about our new initiative called PrestaShop Project newsletter. Then I will share a few news about PrestaShop 9 and what you can expect from the future of this version, when we plan to release the beta version, and so on and so forth. Last but not least, I will show you the article summarizing PrestaShop Developer Conference and share with you a little details on how we want to approach the content that was there during the developer conference and what we plan to do with it during the next months on our communication channels like this live update, like PrestaShop Project build blog, developers blog, and so on. So let's start with the project news. I will switch to my screen because the first thing that I would like to show you is not about the developer conference, it's about the PrestaShop Project newsletter. So a month ago, I think it was a few days before the developer conference, we decided to start a new initiative called PrestaShop Project Newsletter. So if you haven't heard about PrestaShop Project Newsletter, join to visit PrestaShop developers blog at buildprestashopproject.org, and you will find an article announcing the newsletter. This announcement also has information about the price for our newsletter subscribers, and I would like to inform you that we already selected our winners. They were drawn during the developer conference. The draw was live streamed on our X channel, on YouTube channel, and so on. So it was a great chance for our subscribers to win a couple of prizes. And yeah, I would like to invite you to join the PrestaShop Project newsletter because we have really a great plans for it. We will share some exclusive content through the newsletter, and it will be a great chance for us to have a better connection to you, to technical community of PrestaShop. The second news I would like to continue with is about PrestaShop 9. As you know, the version 9 hasn't been released just yet. We're still working on version 9, especially on the beta version of V9. And one of the questions that I've got before the live update was, what about V9? What's the 88? When do we plan to release either a production version of PrestaShop 9 or a beta version? So the answer is PrestaShop 9 will be available when it's ready, but we do work on the beta right now. It hasn't been released just yet. There's no like a strict estimate, like there's no strict date of arrival of V9 just yet. And V9 hasn't been frozen. The code of PrestaShop 9 hasn't been frozen just yet. So if you want to contribute to PrestaShop, you still can. You still can see your changes in PrestaShop 9. So if you want to contribute to PrestaShop 9, select branch 90x on our GitHub to make sure that your next contribution will be available in PrestaShop 9, not in PrestaShop 9.1. So like I said, still work in progress. We will be keeping you informed in the next weeks. Let me say that the beta is very, very close, but there's still some things that we need to figure out, and there are still some things to do, but it's closer than than ever, I would say. And last but not least, I would like to share with you the article that Patrick wrote on the build blog. Patrick created a summary of PrestaShop Developer Conference, this year's developer conference. So if you haven't been able to attend the developer conference, it's a great occasion to read what happened during the conference, see a few pictures and so on. And also, it's for us a great occasion to also thank to our sponsors, because this year we had two sponsors. One is TouchWeb and the other is Profilo and their Zentra tool. So big thank you to our sponsors for supporting the developer conference, and we are sure that we will try to make even better event next year in 2025. There are already some plans to create even better developer conference. So let's see if if that will be possible. I'm sure we will do our best to do even better. And for those who haven't been able to attend the developer conference, in the upcoming weeks, in the upcoming months, we will be sharing all possible content we can share from the developer conference during live updates like this one on the build blog and in other communication channels. So today is a great occasion to start with that, because we have guests from the Seamless Upgrading and Extensibility team who will be speaking about auto upgrade, or I should say upgrade assistant. But about that, we'll tell you more Jerik, one of the members of Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility team. But I will also invite Alexis and Toma, who will join us and present with him. So let me invite Jerik. Hello, Jerik.
Yes.
Let me invite also Toma. Hello, Toma.
Hello.
And Alexis. Hello, guys.
Hello.
So let me leave you the floor to you guys. We'll start with Jerik to present about Upgrade Assistant.
Yes, thank you, Christian. Hello, everyone. We are more than happy to be here with you to share what we are currently building about the auto upgrade module. First thing first, what is the Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility team? So the Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility is, as you probably already know, a new team at PrestaShop. Our goal is to develop a set of applications dedicated to ease PrestaShop updates, and that's why we are in charge of the auto upgrade module, also known as the one-click upgrade module. And this module, which helps users to upgrade their PrestaShop stores, is currently our main asset. And we will tell you more today about our project around this module. So who are we? Our new team has been launched a few months ago in March, so it's quite recent. And there are about 10 of us working for this team, which brings together different competencies, as you can see here on the slide: product, design, quality, delivery, and also tech. To sum up, all the skills are gathered to make progress regarding PrestaShop updates. And next slide. Here you can see a summary of all the improvements we've made to the auto upgrade module since the team was launched. So we took up this topic in Q2 2024 with the release of a new version 5 of the auto upgrade module, focusing on database and file reliability during updates. Then we continued the optimization in Q3 2024 with a step of reliability with the launch of a version 6 of the auto upgrade module, which contain a lot of improvements. For example, automated testing, anonymized usage and error analytics with Segment Sentry, with better check regarding compatibility between PrestaShop and PHP, a new translation system based on crowding, and finally, a better module management, better module behavior during PrestaShop updates. So this is a sum up of what we've done during previous months. And for today, for this session, we will focus on what we are currently building. I mean, the new version, the new release of the auto-upgrade module. So the next one, which will be the version 7 of the auto-upgrade module. And we are currently working on two main projects for this version. The first one, a new web user interface associated with a new command line, a new CLI, and also an overall performance optimization for backup and update process. So better performance, sorry. And Alexis and Thomas will tell you more about these two improvements, two new features now. And Alexis, it's up to you.
Yes, thank you. Let's start by reviewing the current state of the auto-upgrade module before the recent improvement we've made. First, the current user interface suffers from an overload of information and a lack of visual hierarchy, making it difficult for users to focus on the key step in the process. The alerts, while intended to inform, are often intrusive and repetitive, diluting their importance and potentially causing confusion. Additionally, the process itself lacks a clear structure, making it difficult for users, especially less experienced ones, to follow. From a technical standpoint, the front-end code presents several challenges. It has become difficult to maintain, mainly due to heavy reliance on jQuery and outdated technology. Then the frequent page reloads fragment the user experience, slowing down interactions and increasing frustration. Finally, the log generated by the module are often disorganized, with sometimes irrelevant and redundant information. As for translation, they are still tied to the core versions, limiting their flexibility and synchronization with the specific need of users. These various issues, whether related to the user interface, technology, or log management, prompted us to initiate a complete overhaul of the module interface. Now let's take a look at the improvement we made to the auto-upgrade module. We've completely reworked the user experience to provide a cleaner, more intuitive interface. By defining the business process more clearly, users now have a smoother journey through the upgrade steps, with information presented in a way that makes sense and it's easier to follow. From a technological perspective, we modernize the front-end code. This includes removing the dependence on outdated technologies like jQuery and adopting more current and maintainable practices. Additionally, we integrate Storybook into your development process. This tool helps us better visualize and test the UI components, making it easier to ensure that everything integrates seamlessly and works as expected across different environments. We've improved the log system by contextualizing, summarizing, and streamlining the logs to provide more relevant and actionable information. This makes it easier for users and developers alike to understand what's going on. Furthermore, we've separated the translation system from the core versions, allowing for greater flexibility and ensuring that translation remain synchronized with what relying on the core updates. These changes are just the beginning and the less groundwork for an even more reliable, maintainable, and user-friendly auto-upgrade module. And now I have to show you a video of the new interface. Here is the new interface of your module. You'll see it adapts seamlessly across different versions of PrestaShop 10 because, as with any update process, different versions bring unique requirements. We start here on the home page using 10 version 178. As you can see, there are two primary processes available: update and restore. For this presentation, we'll focus on exploring the new update interface. Once we selected the update process, we are taken to the next version page. Here we presented two options. The online version, this allows you to update to the highest available version compatible with your current PHP version. And the local version, this enables you to use your uploaded zip and XML files for a custom update. When we check the system requirement after a valid option is selected, in this case, everything looks good. So we are ready to proceed. Next, we arrive on the update option page. You'll notice that the options have been significantly streamlined. Based on your research, we found that some options were either rarely used or outdated. So we've optimized this step for simplicity and efficiency. After selecting your update option, we proceed to the backup page. This step is critical, as it always better to safeguard your store before performing any major operation. Here you have the option to back up your store with or without your images. For the sake of this demo, we skip the backup process and proceed directly to the update. Of course, a confirmation model will ensure you're certain about this decision. Now it's time for update process. As you can see, the log have been redesigned and are now divided into three sections. A global summary on the top, showing an overview of what's happening in real time, a progress bar to give you a clear sense of how much work has been completed, and a detailed logs which now include success, warning, and hero icons to make them easier to interpret. As you can see, now, I think, yeah, we switch to an interface with PrestaShop 9. As you can see, the components remain consistent, but the style has been perfectly updated to align with the latest design guidelines. We are reworked the logs extensively to ensure they focus only on the useful and actionable information. This will help users quickly identify and address any issues that arise during the update process. Oh, no, we are on 1.7.3 team. Regardless of the version, the interface stays ergonomic and visually appealing. We are now upgrading the database. I think I'm going more faster. And yeah, we are now upgrading the module. And at the end, we'll return to the 1.7.8 version before completing the update. If everything goes smoothly, we are redirected to the final page. And I think it's done. Yes, all works fine. The final page provides a summary of the process and outlines the next steps. From this page, you can also download a text file containing the complete update logs. This can be especially helpful if you notice any warning during the process. That's all for me. Thank you for your attention, and I pass the mic to Thomas.
Thank you, Alexi. So yeah, we've made a lot of changes on the web version, but we wanted to do the same on the other way to make an upgrade. And the other way is actually the command line. You've been aware that of the two different entry points that you have, CLI upgrade.php and CLI rollback.php. These commands are no more. We now have a second one that I'm going to present. And this one is a command that you know. If you know Symfony, the console component, you know this command, being console. You also have it on PrestaShop itself. And when you call it, you get all the commands available on the project you are running this command on. So in the case of the update assistant, we have the command specific to the backup process, the update process, and obviously the restoration process. So here we have the list of commands that are going to be available on the version 7 of the module. You will recognize the commands that we saw on the previous video, and also the customization possible thanks to Symfony. So let's go through all these commands. I'm going to cover the backups, the different updates, and obviously a restoration to the version I am at the moment. So let's start with a backup, because this is what you should do before making an update. When you tap correctly the command, you get a proper response. For instance, here, I expect to have the list of backups I have on my shop. And when you start, you don't have anything. So in that case, you have to create one. It's quite simple. I just have to type bin console backup create. The admin dev is needed for all commands to know where the admin folder is, because we are unable to guess it for you. And by default, the log is quite it's just a summary of what's happening. Of course, I can make it more variables, but first let's check if I have my backup. And to show you how to make it more talkative, you have to use the variables options. And now you have all the details that you had on that you can have on the web interface, on which we have, in that case, all the files that are being added to the archive. So it is going to take the same time to make the second backup. And then when the files are done, all the database tables are being saved as well. So here I have my two backups. We used to have only the file name, but now we are able to list what version is inside the backup and when it has been created based on the file contents. Once my backups are done, I'm able to talk about an update. So first of all, let's check if I have one available. In the shop I have, because I'm not running the latest version of PrestaShop, I have the 8.2.0 that has been available and can be downloaded directly from the API. I've made some custom archive that I have added to my project, allowing me to update to PrestaShop v9. So in this presentation, I'm going to try both of them, but obviously we're going to try the main one, which is 8.2. The video running is better. So you saw that we can check the requirements on the web interface. It's even possible on the current UI, but it was never added on the command line. So this is something new. We are able to see if something is wrong with my shop and needs to be fixed first, or if I have green light to proceed, which is the case here. So here again, the command is quite simple. By default, we try running the update that is online and provided by the API. And we are going to see the same contents, a bit less by default, showing how the update proceeds. It was really fast because I was running 8.17 to 8.20. The shop is being refreshed. So we need to log again and then go back to the page I was. Here we see. So my update was cool, but I want to roll back. So let's use it. I'm going to show that they are still here, which is cool. But let's say I'm lazy and I don't want to copy past my backup. I want to restore. That's okay. I just have to call backup restore, and then because I didn't provide the backup I want to use, I'm going to select the one I want to use. We have an interactive mode that is showing all the options that are available, and then you just have to select the number you want to use, which is 1 in that case. But I could use 0; it would be the same because it was on immediately before. The restoration is quite fast, with a restoration of files on the database, and I'm going back to 8.17. There we go. So now let's try the other update, which was PrestaShop 9. So as I've shown, we have the local version, and to use these files during an update, we have to make some to specify some variables in the command. So there's two ways to do it. Unfortunately, for this video, only one is possible, which is providing a configuration file. So here it is. This is a JSON content, a JSON file in which I put the local channel and the two files needed for an upgrade that are the archive and the XML files showing the list of files available in the archive. So as I said, we have to provide this file in the update command. So update the start, the name of my admin folder, and I provide the attribute config file path with the path to my JSON file. And now we can see that the destination version has changed and is showing the version 9. And the rest of the process is the same. All the files are being extracted, the migration files being executed, and then the database migration being run, and finally the modules being updated. For the case of the V9, it seems to be taking a bit longer. But yeah, there's not many modules available for the version 9, so this step is going really fast. And when I refresh, I will be welcomed on PrestaShop 9. Here we go. And the version is being confirmed on the information page. And we can recognize, of course, the theme of this new version. So here we go. We have the new command, which is a huge improvement on this new version of the module, and this command are being available thanks to the huge work of Morgan that has been dedicated on this task during the last month. But that's not all. We have some other changes on the project, and they are coming from a check we have done with the module, not on our test environments, but on other ones that are production related and provided by some merchants who agreed to make a copy of their shop for us that allowed us to try the module. So we made some tests. We had surprises, not always good, unfortunately, but it was necessary to have them to see what needs to be improved, what needs to be changed. And for the version 7, we already have some improvement to show you. The main one was related to the backup. During our test, this step only took 10 hours to run. And after some investigation, we saw that this step was split in too many AJAX requests, themselves split in too many SQL requests. The objective was the safety, but it was too safe. So safe, it was inefficient. So we changed the way we make backup to make sure that in let's say one AJAX request, we take the most data as possible, and from the database that are being then saved in a file. And with this change, this step only changed from 10 hours to 20 minutes. Another step that has been updated is the update files. We had some issues on the application of the files because when we update the core, we have to replace some files, obviously. But when a file has been deleted in the new version, we have to think about it to delete it on the shop as well. Unfortunately, it was not always the case on the module, especially when we use custom files. So we reviewed the step to make sure that the computation of the list of files to change or to delete is being done in this step, never outside of the process, which made this thing almost optional. Now this is a mandatory check. And finally, the update database. We used to have all the migration files being run in one Ajax request, which was tricky to run, especially on the web environment, in which we have the timeout context of 30 seconds by default, sometimes more. But usually when you change, when you make a huge upgrade of PrestaShop from, let's say, PrestaShop 1.7 to the 8, you have many SQL requests to run. And we had to split them in different Ajax requests. So now we have something quite safe. We have one SQL request per Ajax request, making us sure that the process on this step is going properly. So everything is going to be available on V7. We expect to have it on around the end of the year, maybe early next year, but let's go back to Jarek, who is going to summarize all the changes we have made on this version. Jarek, up to you.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Thomas, for all these very interesting new features, and also thanks, Alexi, for this great demonstration of the new user interface. Yes, so here you can see a complete overview of our progress on the auto-upgrade module. So since the launch of the team to the upcoming new V7 version, so we are working on the backend side optimization with the reliability of database file, with the performance, and we are also working on the front-end side of the module with brand new interfaces for the web and for the command line. It's always in line with our goal of making PrestaShop update process easier, more reliable, and more trusted for users. In addition, we've learned a few lessons from all these projects, and Alexi is going to tell you more about it in one slide. So Alexi, you can take the lead.
Yes, thank you. Let's move on the global guidelines, which are designed to guide our developers in the PrestaShop ecosystem and ensure smooth update across the board. First, regarding overrides and core modification, it's crucial to prioritize the use of hooks over directly modifying the core. Hooks allow us to adapt or extend functionality without creating conflicts during updates. If a required hooks is missing, we encourage developers to contribute it back to the core, benefiting to the entire community. Second, we emphasize the importance of core contributions. When contributing code or feature, it's essential to always consider the impact on updates. Poorly planned modification can disrupt merchant workflow during upgrades. Keeping the upgrade process in mind ensures stability and trust in the platform. Finally, the semantic versioning. PrestaShop has been following Semver strictly since version 8, and so that breaking changes are only introduced in major versions. This approach brings clarity and predictability for everyone working with the platform, but Semver is just for the core, it's equally critical for modules and themes. Developers must ensure their customization also respects the standard. By doing so, merchants can confidently update the store without unexpected compatibility issues. This creates a unified and reliable ecosystem. Let's talk now about guidelines for theme and modules. Starting with theme customization, we strongly recommend using child theme instead of modifying the main theme directly. Child themes allow developers to make customization while preserving compatibility with theme updates. This approach also simplifies maintenance for merchants as they won't lose their change when the parent theme receives an update. For module developer, it's crucial to adhere to PrestaShop compliance. This means following your development standards, ensuring proper usage of hooks, respecting the architecture, and delivering robust, reliable code. Compliance not only improves the module quality, but also guarantees smoother integration with the core and other extensions. Lastly, regarding file writing by modules, we now require modules to use the directory var modules name for all their file operations. This ensures that the platform remains organized, avoid cluttering critical directories, and keep the system clean. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference in maintaining a scalable and manageable ecosystem. By following these guidelines, we aim to create a consistent and predictable environment for all PrestaShop developers and merchants. This, in turn, ensures a more reliable and enjoyable experience for everyone involved. And thank you. I give the mic to Jerick, if I'm right.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you're right. Thank you, Alexis. Yes, we're almost finished. So here you can see some useful links. You've got the link to the public repository for the PrestaShop auto upgrade module, and also the public repository on GitHub, for the seamless upgrade toolbox, also on GitHub. So you can follow, thanks to these links, all our activities, and you can contribute to this great project, as we are all concerned with upgrades. And you are more than welcome if you want to give us some help. And also thanks to all our contributors to this great project. And finally, yes, we'd like to share with you our contact details. So, of course, we are keen to hear your ideas, your feedbacks about PrestaShop updates, backup, and restore. If you feel free to send us any inputs. Again, thanks a lot for this. And thank you very much. It was all for us. And long live the update assistant. Thanks all.
Yeah, exactly. Long live the update assistant. Thank you, guys. And thank you to entire Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility team. Great work so far, and I'm really looking forward to using V7, and I'm sure everyone in the ecosystem is also waiting to have V7 as an upgrade tool for their stores, because we know the upgrades were or are still a bit of the pain in our ecosystem. So seeing what the progress is now and what the future holds is really optimistic. So thank you guys for joining me, but bear with me a second, because we have plenty of questions to you guys. So maybe we'll go straight to the questions and answers section. And the first question is from Andrzej Wolan, who is asking about back office of PrestaShop. PrestaShop version 8, comparing the versions from GitHub and the official release, differs due to the additional pre-installed modules modifying the admin panel. Will version 9 have a unified admin panel? And the answer, I can take this one because the answer is clear. There will be one and only one back office look in version 9, because there will be one official version of PrestaShop. And unifying of the rebranding was announced a few months ago, maybe even more than half a year ago. So yeah, PrestaShop 9, even in the current shape, even in the Alpha 1 version, if I recall correctly, comes already with the new back office look. And the next question comes from Dennis. Hello, do you recommend to update via interface or via CLI? From which PS version the new module version is available? So who would like to take on this one?
I can take this one if you're okay. So yes, regarding the recommendation to use the interface or the CLI, it depends of the need. So if you want performance regarding the update and speed, you can use the CLI, definitely. It will be quicker. I think it's the main asset, the main reason to use the CLI. Maybe you've got others, Thomas or Alexis. And from which version, PrestaShop version, the new module version is available? So the module is available from the version 1.7 to the highest one, to the V9.
Yeah. So for the moment, it's more related to your test. If you prefer to run updates with the CLI, go ahead with it. The web version, go ahead for it. We expect the result to be the same, actually. So
you are right. We are doing everything to develop the same feature for the CLI and for the user interface.
Yeah. Used to have a difference between the web version, who had many more features than the command line, but it's not supposed to be the same with the version 7. From now, we expect to have everything on both environments.
Okay, thank you guys. I think it's clear. So use CLI as a preferred method if you know how to do that, I would say. It's much quicker. It should be as reliable as the web version or even more. And it should have the same features as the web version. So let's take a look at the next question. Hello, will we be able to choose the starting version and the target version? We still have a lot of customers who don't want to take the plunge and install PS8. I know the answer, but maybe you would like to, guys, confirm that it's probably about using the local archive option, but I'm not sure about the starting version part.
So, yes, you can't choose the starting version because it's the current version your shop are running on. But for the target version, you can use the local archive update channel and your own your zip and XML file, and you'll be able to update to a desired version of PrestaShop, depending of your starting version.
In addition, we select the starting version from the database present, the version present in the database for PrestaShop. And if you really want to make some strong thing, you can change it, but it's really not recommended to do this.
Okay, thank you. So let's take a look at another one. If there is an error on one of the AJAX requests for the DB update, will it be possible to continue with the next query so we can fix the issue manually?
Yeah, you can take this one. If you got an issue when upgrading the database, we don't stop the request. It continue. You got some warning or some error on the logs, and you can see after on the file you got at the end. The only way to stop the process is critical error. If the server never respond or something else very critical, it stop. But for just database issue, it continue. I don't know if you want to add something, Thomas.
No, it's pretty clear. Covered it.
Maybe one thing that we could add is that often the query that you supposed to run and it failed may be related to something in the future version. So if you upgrade from one major to another major and one query from early old major version fails, then there is a higher chance that something in the future will fail. So eventually it is possible to fix all the issues manually, but as Daniel noticed in his answer, most of the queries inside the SQL files are made in a way where you can easily run them, because there's, for example, create a table if it doesn't exist, add a new field if it doesn't exist, and so on and so forth. There's a question from Progi, from Frank. Is it possible to upgrade from a beta version to release candidate or a final version?
Unfortunately, no, not at the moment, because the beta versions, release candidates, and the stable shares the same version at the moment. So when we're in the case we want to update for a beta version to the stable, we will be running the same version actually. So for the module, there will be no update to run. That's a limitation we have on PrestaShop in general, and everything needs to be changed in order to make this kind of updates available.
Exactly. So if you want to test the release candidate or the alpha or the beta, make sure to test it and not use it in the production, because there's no way to upgrade to the final version. Unless someone...
unless you restore.
Exactly, or you can wait to 9.01, for example, to upgrade from the alpha version to the first part version of V9, for example, but that's still a tricky thing to do, really. Test version is for testing purposes, and let's stay like this for now. But that's true that I've seen this question a few times already. It would be interesting to differ the alpha and beta from the final versions, but it requires not only changes on the auto upgrade side of things, but also and mainly from the core side of things. I don't see any more questions, but let's wait a couple of more minutes. Maybe there will be some. Let me ask one question. Will V7 be available before the final version of PrestaShop 9?
The V7 will be available probably in the beginning of Q1 2025. So
we can assume that, yes, V7
yes.
will be. Okay.
We've done almost maybe 80% of the development work, I think.
All right. I don't see any more questions. So once again, thank you, Jerick, Alexis, Thomas, for joining me today. I have flashbacks to when we presented the new product page, because it's really exciting to show a big project, big important project like this to our community. So kudos to you and entire Seamless Upgrade and Extensibility team. We are looking forward to testing V7 and to see how it works after all the changes presented today. And if you, as a part of community, have any questions to Jerick or to Tom or Alexis, their contacts will be available also in the presentation that we will share afterward. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Jerick, Thomas, and Alexis, and we are seeing you back again in December, I think, with another presentation from the developer conference, I believe. So fingers crossed, and I think see you in December. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Have a nice day.
Bye.